late. It's early in the morning. It's like 1 in the morning, rather. So today I went to class. Feeling good about that. It's a lot of learning and trying to make register in my mind. I got a month to get it together. So I got that going on. But the talk is like, okay, let's get into it. Not to it, but to do it. So where I left off was I left the building, right? So I get outside, and before I get outside, I put my brother on the phone, speaks to my father. You know, before I leave the house, he speaks to my father. So when I get outside, even though I was in the hallway, I should have called the ambulance. I was thinking I should have called the ambulance. I got outside, called my other brother, and I was like, I should have called the ambulance because I felt like I should have called the ambulance. It was obvious, that there's something really bad going on and that he needed help. My father, that is. And you can say my brother, because obviously he was having some kind of mental breakdown or something absolutely has to be wrong with somebody that would sit there and not allow their father to have help, and not get it themselves when he lives with them. When it's obvious that he needed all the help in the world he could possibly need. So I get outside, I call my brother, right? And my brother, gets on the phone. I'm like, should I call the ambulance? And they start talking about, it's insurance, that and the other. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a day. I go home trying to stress about it. I get home, it's bothering me. The next morning I wake up, which if I went on a Friday, it was Saturday morning, it was fucking with me. By Sunday, I called the ambulance for my father. I wasn't there. I wasn't present. My brother was there that lives with him, and my father was there. So I called the ambulance on Sunday afternoon, and they get there. The lady calls me back once they get there, saying that the people inside, which is my father and my brother, would not let them in, that they didn't need the help, that they was okay, you know what I mean? Making it seem like it was a false call or whatever. So I was like, whatever. Okay, so then that happens. So if I went the 24th, I went the 24th. So the 25th, which is Saturday, the 26th, which was Sunday, the 27th, which is Monday, the 28th, which was Tuesday. On a Wednesday of the week, which is the 29th, I called again, which is Wednesday. I called on that Wednesday in January 29, 2025 for another ambulance. I called them before I left my house to speak to them and ask them, if I wanted a wellness check for my dad, could I just go out there and whatever, meet them out there. Did that, went to the place, went to my father's house, called them again, let them know I was there in the lobby. Didn't go nowhere, stood in the lobby. My father didn't even know I was in the building. He just stayed in the lobby, and I waited for the police or for the ambulance to show up. I initially wanted the police to show up first, because then, they could have, got us in or whatever. So they didn't show up first. I waited at least a good, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. I was waiting in that lobby. And then the ambulance came. The ambulance came. They was like, all right, we're ready to go up. I kind of wanted to tell them to wait, but I can't tell them to wait because that's the EMT, that's the ambulance. They probably got to go pick up somebody else if I didn't let them, go with me then upstairs. So it's like, forget about it. Let's just go. So I won't make them wait, won't waste their time, because, they're very busy. And I do know that their job is very hard, and they don't have time to, to wait for nobody. You either getting help now, or I got to go help the next person. I totally get it. So I was like, okay, let's go upstairs. So we go upstairs. I didn't have the cops with me now, okay? I went upstairs with the EMT. We go upstairs, I'm knocking on the door, and I'm, calling my father's name to see if he'd come to the door. It took him, 5 minutes to answer. And then he was like, yeah. Like, oh, you there, Dad? He's like, yeah. So you gonna let me in? He said, yeah. So then I wait another 5 minutes for him to come answer the door. He never comes to answer the door. So I start knocking and I start banging on the same door. I've been knocking and banging on the door for another 10, 20 minutes before the EMT is like, they got to go. They got to do other shit. They can't, you know what I'm saying? So they start knocking on the door. They go, let us do it. So my brother's on the other side responding like he's not going to let us in, or he's not going to let me in. He didn't know who the EMTs were. He thought it was fake. He thought they were fake people. And then they was telling him, but if he don't open up that door, then they're going to call the cops on him. So by the third or fourth time of them telling him, hey, if you don't open up this door, we're going to call the cops on you, then he decided to open the door. So that's a good, like, damn near 40 minutes in itself, 30, 35, 45 minutes in itself of me knocking, and then them knocking after me. And he finally opened up the door because he finally heard them and decided to look out the door. So he looks out the door and he asks to see their credentials or whatever, and they show him who they are. At first he tried to say that was fake, and they said, come on, man, stop playing. We're about to call the cops on you if you did not let us in. So then he decides to let them in. Once he lets them in, he's telling me I can't come in. He said, you can come in. Them, meaning you, meaning them, they could come in, but I can't come in. And I ain't gonna lie, I've never been told that. Whenever I go see my father, it's always, come in. So it's very weird to me by his behavior, because I didn't have this problem before my father got sick the way he got sick. I lied to you not. He could not deny me coming to the apartment at no point. So once he let the EMT in, because I was trying to get in with it when it comes at the same time the EMT, even though he was telling me no, I was still trying to get in. And he was like, no, just let them in. I'll let them in, but not you. You meaning me. So I'm like, this little nigga, whatever, dude, just get in there and help my father. That's all I cared about. It wasn't about me. I had to put me to the side and just let them do what they had to do for our dad. So I'm like, all right, cool. He lets them in. And when I try to walk in, he puts his hand like on my chest, like he's trying to push me back. Like, nigga, I will fuck you. That's why I decided. I was like, whatever, don't fucking touch me. Do not fucking touch me. So that happens. He lets the EMTs in. They're in there helping my father, right? So his bitch ass come back outside. I don't know what he was trying to do, because he could have just stayed inside with them. He didn't have to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to approach me. He didn't have to talk to me. So he takes his bitch ass and he comes back outside. And he's trying to argue with me. And I tell the kid, F me. F me. Help our father. Help your father. Go help him. Get him help. F me. Get him help. Even in all that, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. So we're going back and forth with our mouths. I'm calling the cops. He fake calling the cops, but I'm really calling the cops. He's trying to get me so riled up so I would react. I would look like the crazy one. It's what he was trying to do and what he was trying to do before. So the police finally come upstairs after us going back and forth for a good 10, 20 minutes. My brother goes back inside. Then the police comes out. When he just went back inside, when he went inside, the police exactly came at the same time. Like, once that door closed, the police was coming off the elevator. Police come off the elevator. The police is like, what's going on, right? So I try to explain from my point of view what was going on and why I was there. So my brother sticks his bitch ass head out. The cops is like, I'm telling him, it's the apartment? Yeah. So they knock on the door. He sticks his head out. And he tries to ask them what they doing. They told him to get back in the apartment. And he tries to come back out, try to force his way back out. And they pushed his ass back inside. Told him, you don't go back inside, we're going to take you. His bitch ass go right back up inside. And he starts lying. He tells the cops, which I heard about later. He tells the cops that I was going up and down the stairs. That I've been banging on his door the whole day. That I was just banging and harassing and banging and harassing and begging and harassing. When I told you when I first came in, I just stood in the lobby and I didn't move until the EMTs came. Because I don't have the energy nor the strength to do some dumb shit. Because what am I going to do with going up and down the stairs banging on the door? How does that make sense? How does that compute? And he probably told them some more shit. So once the cops come, the cops go inside. They start talking to him, right? One of the other cops come back outside, and he's talking to me. So I'm like, cool. I'm telling him why I was there. I called them, this, that, and the other. I told the cop, that I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave when they leave. I'm going to leave with the cops. I'm leaving with y'all. When y'all leave, I leave. I don't even want to stay. I just want to make sure that he gets the help that he needs. That's all I want. That was my whole everything was to get our father help. Right? Meanwhile, my brother was inside lying on me. They made me stay outside so I couldn't fully hear the story until the cops came out all the way. So, when the EMTs were done with my father, I'm standing in the hallway and they're telling him to stand up. I'm trying to like, Dad, can you see me? Are you okay? Do you want to go get help? Do you want to go to the ambulance? And he's so out of his own mind. He's just looking like a deer in headlights, lost in the day, don't even know who the fuck I am. I could just tell by the way he's looking at me, like, who is that? So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I just shut up. I waited. Eventually, the EMTs were all the way done. They came out and I was trying to talk to the EMTs first. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Is he okay? Is he all right? Is he okay? And the EMTs wouldn't say a fucking thing to me. Not a fucking word. Nothing. So, yo. And then the cop was saying, I was like, I asked the cop, okay, so what's going on with my dad? Is he's okay? And I'm still standing by my father's door, right? And the cop goes, you know, you can't tell him what to do. He's a 68-year-old man. You can't force him to get help. He can do what he wants. He's a grown man. You can't make him do it. I'm looking at them, okay. So I'm still trying to talk to EMT, like, oh, what's going on with my dad? Can you tell me what's going on with my father? And he wouldn't even look at me. Like, I killed their parents. Like, I did something to them. I'm like, what the fuck? And then the other cop goes, yo, you, come here, get over here. I'm looking like, who the fuck is this motherfucker talking to? Who get over where? I'm like, I'm coming. I said I'm leaving when you're leaving. Like, relax. So I walk to the elevator with them, right? And then my bastard ass brother comes out with my father's car to go fucking eat at the store. My brother don't have a job. That nigga haven't worked since before 2020. He probably wasn't working in he probably stopped working around 2015, 2014. That nigga having a job for years. He hasn't worked for a long time. Okay? So he had no money. All the money he was spending was my father's. And he was so concentrated on that money that he didn't want no one around my dad. My father is sick. He needed help. He needed to get help at the hospital. So let's get back into it. Let me focus. So the cop's like, you know, you'll go, and I'm like, relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with my father? And then the police say, why was you here? And I go, because I'm here to see my father to make sure he get help. I called you for a wellness check. And he goes, no, you just came here by yourself. Well, yeah, duh. I'm downstairs in the lobby by myself. And he goes, no, you just came here by yourself. You was coming to the door by yourself. What? I came with the EMTs. No, you just came up by yourself. Meaning my brother was telling him, like I just told y'all, that I was knocking at that door by myself, up and down, knocking on the door, which was never the case. I was there the whole time with the EMT. And when I first came to the building, I stood in the hallway, in the lobby. I stood in the lobby by myself, quietly waiting for one of them to come. They didn't even know. My father nor that bastard knew that I was waiting for anything. They didn't even know I was there. So he lied and was telling them I was knocking on the door and probably telling whatever other lie he felt to tell them. Like he was trying to tell the other cops that I was trying to harm him, that I've been threatening him, that I'm crazy, that probably saying I want my father's money and all kinds of bullshit that he could think of off the top of his head just to make up lies. And that cop chose to feed and eat his lie, which is let's just say if I would have did what I wanted to do to him, I'd probably be the one locked up. But I was on some other humble shit and was like, let me just get my father some help. I kept it quiet, kept it cute. because it wasn't about me. It was about my father. So we're in the elevator going down, you know, all that shit I just said, the cop is saying to me, I'm looking at him like he got 3 dicks in his head, like, what are you talking about, bro? And then by the time we get down to the lobby, he's like, oh, you can't, do you have any other business here? Do you have any other reason to be here? No, dickhead, I'm here to see my father. The fuck are you talking about? I have no other reason to be here but to see my father. So then the cop is like, okay, so if you know your father don't want you here. And I go, what? He go, yes, your father don't want you here. And I go, what? Say that again, because I can't, what you say? Your father didn't want you. Since when? What did we? I said, he said that? I said, did my father say that to you? And he was like, yeah, your father said he didn't want you here. I said, I sped the fuck off. Don't even fucking talk to me. Because why are you talking to me? Because that's some bullshit. My father never denied me access to him, where he live at, never. So, you know, that had me up here. Now, that's the Wednesday of the 29th, correct? Right? Because it counts down the days. When I sped up. I walked, basically speed walked back to the train station. I speed walk back to the train station. I hopped on the train. I called my other brother in fucking tears, just pissed off, disappointed, hurt, all that good shit. So once I got talking to my brother, I was like, I'm done. They're going, you know what? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe it's me. I'm bugging. Y'all got it. I'm done. Finito. Over this shit. Fuck y'all. So I shut it down. I was like, let me get quiet. Let me just focus on my work and just do what I gotta do for me. So Wednesday the 29th happened. Then it's the 30th, right? Which is Thursday. Then it's the 31st, right? Which is Friday. Then it's the 1st, which is Saturday. Then Sunday, right? Sunday's the 2nd. And then Monday's the 3rd. And then the 4th is Tuesday. That's the day they made up a lie, said my father fell in front of my grandma's house. I'll be back.